What's going on, guys? This is Sableye and we are ready to take our Sableye V Crobat Wheezing deck into action, and we'll see exactly just how good it really is. I know how good this deck can be, trust me, but you'll see for yourselves pretty soon. You get the right deck list with this sort of Sableye deck, making use of this Sableye V, and it's gonna crush motherfuckers up. It's really strong. Just a few damage counters and it can kill absolutely anything. I mean, I knew when I first saw it and reviewed it, I knew it was a busted card, but if you think about all of the different methods to spread damage to, insane. We do get a really bad opening start, however, so this isn't good. Opening up with the one and only Dedenne GX I have in this deck. Managed to get the Amolga down too, so that could help a little bit. But we didn't really get the stuff we want. Like, you want your Sableye, of course. Maybe you want a few Zubats. Hopefully I'll start seeing them. And my opponent seems to be playing a Honchkrow deck. Honchkrow GX in all probability. And I say this because he got the Silent Lab. He played that down. Opening up with this Honchkrow, it's very suspicious. And to be honest, Honchkrow GX decks have been kind of popular lately. I've noticed and expanded because it's one of those decks that can. It's good even if it plays first or second, because you can use the Duskstone, evolve instantly, and get that little lock going. Or if you go second, you can just start with that crazy GX attack and strip card advantage from your opponent's hand, get key cards out of their hand. He didn't manage to get the Duskstone evolution turn 1, but let's see what he's going to do. I got my Sableye V down, got Zubats, and got a few cards, so at least we filled up our bench, got a Darkness Energy too. I need to sort of need more time to get ready and move the Dedenne GX out of the way. And my opponent is going to use a Crushing Hammer. Gets the heads, damn, but what can you do? That's how these decks are. I do have like my own Honchkrow GXs, and I've tested the deck out long before the rule changes came out. I got a few good matches in actually, but I decided not to showcase it because I don't really like this kind of a deck, to be honest. I like Honchkrow, so I was glad it got like a cool GX, but this sort of play style isn't exactly me, this sort of lock. I would rather go with locks like, Gengar Vileplume. But anyways, my opponent got the Honchkrow GX out, so I'm already going to face some limitations. We don't care too much about tools. I only have one. I don't run any special energies. So I guess only the stadium can hurt a little bit. It doesn't really affect me too much. It's just the GX attack that he used was pretty big. Maybe I should have actually just maybe kept a few different cards or actually used Emolga's ability. I guess it doesn't really matter. He was going to pick my best cards either way. So he decided to get rid of both of my tool and field stadium removal. Thankfully, we top decked the chorus right here so I can come back. But yeah, he didn't get rid of Roxy, and I couldn't make use of that. So get energies. So put the second one on Sableye V, and I'm kind of getting myself back together. Honchkrow GX is good if you can use the GX attack and your opponent can't really respond. If they use that GX attack and then you have like 4 different supporters into your hand, then he doesn't really matter. So he went with that those not hooligans, but the freaking gang from Sword and Shield, like those guys, Team Yell, yeah, that's what they're called. Discarding 2 of my energies, but it doesn't matter really. Like, I have enough energies to get the job done in this case. So now we're gonna finally go into the offensive. Let me get my Darkness Energy with a Dark Patch, get another Darkness Energy on that guy, and use the Evolution Incense to get Golbat. I won't be able to get the KO just yet, but at the very least, I'll be able to do some heavy-ass damage. So with 2 damage counters, Sableye V, Crazy Claws, 130 damage, so it's decent. The good news for our matchup is that Honchkrow doesn't really do a lot of great damage anyway, just does 90 damage. The spread damage it does is irrelevant. I don't really have any GX Pokemon, and that's about it. So my opponent is going to try and do his best to annoy me and mess me up in many different ways. He played the Crushing Hammers. He uses cards to sort of discard my resources, and he played the Hypnotoxic Laser now too. Now, thankfully, I didn't stay asleep. That would have been a big problem. He's gonna go for a Cynthia, and his deck is pretty straightforward. Once you do that little trick with Honchkrow's GX attack, all you can really do is just attack with it and hope that his sort of lock of stadiums, energies, and tools will affect your opponent. So it gets another heads on the Crushing Hammer. Damn. And hit Sableye pretty bad. And let's see, 150. You know, I would have actually. No, I can't do it. It wouldn't be good either. So, evolve into the Crobat, and we're going to target down his other Pokemon, sort of get them ready for Sableye. So, when I use Crazy Claws, they die in one shot. And this is just an excellent opportunity to use our load search and get a supporter back. So I'm going to get the end, and you guys can see just how useful this sort of attack is. I mean, I didn't have anything going on. We weren't going to be able to attack, and I just used that opportunity to get a supporter for the next turn. So it's actually really good. Doesn't only get supporters, doesn't only get like items or whatever. You can get any trainer. So both of its attacks are very, very good. So I feel like this Pokemon has a lot of potential. So, and I mean, he's gonna make sure he doesn't have like he plays a bunch of cards. I was hoping to sort of maybe mess his hand a little bit, but we're going to since he KO'd the Sableye V. He's gonna get 2 more cards into his hand, and now I'm gonna be able to end him for 2. So it's gonna work out perfectly, while I still get 6 cards from the deck. So it seems like I'm in a really bad spot. He's at 2 prizes. I haven't taken any, but I'm in quite control of the game. Let's see. Rescue Stretcher. Let me get the other Sableye. These guys are just going to be all we need. This Honchkrow is going to die this turn, and all I got to do is just kill 2 more of his guys. Now he could pull something and just, I don't know, like I don't have any Pokemon like Shaymin EX that he can just get an easy kill on. But, you know, things could get dangerous with Guzma or Lysander. But if he's just going to target down the Sableye Vs, I'm going to finish him off before he can basically kill me. So VS Seeker, let's see what he gets. He's going to go for the Professor's Research. And with 3 damage counters, that Honchkrow is dead. And for fuck's sake, he got like triple freaking heads on his Crushing Hammers, if that's not even the 4th one. Damn. Anyway, so I have enough energies to get me by, but that is very, very, very annoying. It's a good thing I had that sort of slow beginning set up. So we're going to use Roxy, and let me just discard Weezing and the Zubat. Get lots of cards in the hand. Spread a little bit more damage. And you know what? Let me go with the Dark Patch. Get the other Darkness Energy on your ass. And go for the Computer Search. Let's see if the Switch is in the deck. I'm actually going to get it because we got to make sure we stay safe. I can't leave that Sableye V in the active position. That could meet certain defeat. He doesn't have like any energies on the other Honchkrow, and I feel like he's struggling. But just to be safe, we'll get the fresh one in the active position. And should be better this way. So let me put the other Darkness Energy on you. And Crazy Claws, 250 on the Honchkrow, more than enough. And now we're at even prizes. All I gotta do is kill one more guy. With 30 damage counters on, if he evolves into the Honchkrow, it'll be the last thing he does. I'm just gonna finish it off. Unless he can somehow evolve into this guy, power him up, and just pull the Sableye V on the bench, he has no way to win. So, goes with a Team Skull Grunt. I guess discard more energies. So I guess this guy has like the same effect with the Team Yell dudes. Okay. Silent Lab and played a bunch of cards trying to draw with Bicycle, Duskstone. Couldn't even get a Pokemon. And just ends the turn right there. Surrenders. It's my game. So, not bad. Not bad for first start with Sableye V. So I hope you guys enjoyed this first game. Hope you guys subscribe, leave a like, share this video with your friends. And I'll definitely have a lot more matches with this deck. So you guys can stay tuned for that. Sabro94, what's say?